What's going on, guys? We're back with another video. Today I'm gonna be going over my favorite character in Genshin Impact. We're gonna do the best done dare guide ever done seen on YouTube. I know there's like 50 of them already, but he's my favorite character, so I'm gonna do it anyway. He's probably 90% of the reason I still play this game, or maybe not 90%, maybe not 90%, but the majority of the reason. I love this character, man. He's my favorite. But anyway, let's jump into it. All right, the man himself. I love his swagger. I like the way he presents himself. I love his weapon of choice. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I'm gonna go over his talents first, and then we'll have a little flow. I'll make sure I like break up the YouTube video in segments. But normal great sword user, perform with the 4 consecutive strikes. Great sword is pretty slow, but heavy hits, right? DILUC is pretty fast. I don't know if he swings the fast. I think Razor swings the fast. I can't remember. But he's he's pretty good. He has Searing Onslaught, so he can weave this and that, but we'll get into that. So his normal attacks, 4 consecutive strikes. This is probably the main thing you're gonna be using, his Searing Onslaught. I don't know if people are familiar with fighting games, but it's like a Rekka sequence. It's like he does 3 different attacks in succession. So this skill can be used 3 times consecutively. Enter his cooldown if not cast again within a short period. And then he has Dawn. He throws the bird. That's his ult. Really big damage. He's pyro element too, so he gets the big melt and vaporize hits. But it's like one initial hit and then like multiple follow-ups. And he can, like, if y'all know, this game been out for a while, so y'all know DILUC be clearing rooms and stuff when he be throwing this. It's really sick. I love the character. You got Relentless, so DILUC's charge attack stamina cost is decreased by 50%. I'm gonna be honest, I never use his charge attack. I don't think I've ever used his charge attack in battle since this game released, pretty much, so whatever. Then he has Blessing of Phoenix, so the Pyro Infusion provided by Dawn lasts for 4 seconds longer. Additionally, DILUC gains 20% pyro damage bonus during additional effect. Great! Outstanding, because he infuses his sword after he uses Dawn, so this is outstanding. And now obviously he gets refunded of ores when he crafting Claymore type weapons. Not like you guys get prototype drops anyway, so whatever. All right, moving on to the weapons. Now I know 5-star weapons and all that. I know weapons in this game can be cursed. None of y'all, like, the majority of people are free to play, right? Or light spenders, so we all know them horror stories on the weapon banner. But if you do have Wolves Greystone like me, it's a really good weapon for him. I like it because of how it looks, to be honest. That's like the main reason I love the weapon. Like, you can obviously use prototype. We'll get into that. Wolves Greystone best in slot. If you got like other 5-star weapons, like obviously 5-star have really good base attack, and base attack scales really well with stats. So honestly, if you have a 5-star Claymore, you should probably use it over any 4-star weapon anyway. But I think Wolves Greystone's the best. It gives a big chunk of attack, even more attack. The more you refine it, and then obviously even more attack when you hit an opponent that's less than 30% HP. So I really like Wolves Greystone. It's like a big giant stat stick. It looks really cool on him. So I mean, it's all I have too. So I can't really like test other things, but I'm pretty sure, like, what is it called, like Skyward Pride, and if you have like a shield character, like maybe like Zhongli in your party, you can use what's that other one, Unforged. But yeah, I like Wolves Greystone the most. If you need 4 stars in Serpent Spawn, I was using Serpent Spawn for a while until I got lucky and got Wolves Greystone. I know, like, not a lot of people like that passive, and when DILUC burns the grass, it gets rid of the stacks, but it provides crit rate, a lot of damage, especially like you could just pair it, like I said, same thing with Unforged. You can just pair it with shield if you're really scared about that passive, or you could just dodge like a pro gamer. But it's a really good weapon. The battle pass weapons, you can't go wrong with the crit rate. Really helps with artifacts, so that's really good. And then obviously, if you don't want to buy the battle pass weapon, Serpent Spine, even though, I mean, maybe you just don't like Serpent Spine, so you can use this Prototype Arcade. Basic, usable. It's like the basic, free to play Claymore. Mine is refinement 4, believe it or not. I'll be getting prototypes like crazy. I only need 1 more. Y'all jealous? Prototype Arcade isn't bad. I don't really recommend any other energy recharging, because DILUC is going to be your main carry. You could use it if, I don't know, depending on your substat. Don't mess with it. It's Prototype Arcade, this, or a 5-star weapon, okay? Don't mess with anything else, pretty much. You can use Debate Club if you super poverty, I guess, but just throw this weapon on there if you ain't got anything else. All right, for the artifacts, we all know this set is built for my boy, Crimson Witch of Flames. Honestly, I don't recommend any other sets, huh? Like, if it's not Witch of Flames, I mean, you should just put this on him. Just farm this artifact set for him, because it's like best in slot for various reasons, right? You get the 2-piece set, the pyro damage bonus plus 50%. 4-piece increases overloading and burning damage by 40%. increases vaporize and melt damage by 15%, and then obviously he can press his elemental skill 3 times, right? Which is why the 4-piece is so good, because every time you use elemental skill, increases the 2-piece effect, which is the 15% pyro damage bonus by 50% of his starting value for 10 seconds, and it stacks 3 times. So basically, this set is meant for him, right? So definitely the best. Like, your weapon dictates what kind of artifacts you're gonna use, right? Like, for example, I have Wolf's Gravestone, right? I have enough attack just from this weapon alone. So, like, obviously, the main stats of these two are set in stone, flat HP, flat attack, right? But here I run an elemental mastery timepiece instead of attack, because I get diminishing returns at this point for having so much attack, and I'm playing with Bennett too, so I don't need that much attack. I get enough for the Wolf's Gravestone, so like I do more damage with elemental mastery in this slot, vice having attack percent, just because I'm already stacked on attack. But you can throw energy recharge here too. The reason I don't use energy recharge in this slot is because, one, I don't have an energy recharge witch piece, and then 2, I'm playing with Bennett, so you can use like Bennett as a battery. So you use Bennett, and you know Bennett's E has very short cooldown, so I use Bennett E and then swap into the DILUC to collect the red orbs that he gives. And I pretty much I always have the DILUC's ult up and like High Abyss and all that, so I don't really need it. And Elemental Mastery gives me that extra oomph when I'm proccing melts and vaporize, so that's really good. But yeah, you can run energy. It all depends on your weapon. If you like, maybe you've got like Prototype Archaic, and you need a little bit more attack, you can run more attack. Maybe if a substat's so good, you got good enough attack, you can run like Elemental Master, Energy Recharge. It all depends on like what you have. But you definitely want pyro damage here. Same thing. Like when you get so much attack, it starts giving you diminishing returns. So it's always better to get the pyro damage bonus, because this is going to give you way more damage than running an attack goblet here, right? So always pyro damage here. And then either crit damage or crit rate depending on your substats. It always depends on your substats, right? But you want a good, my DILUC is like for every 2 crit damage you want, or for every 2 crit damage you want 1 crit rate, right? So nice 70-40 is good baseline right here. And then if you can get more energy recharge in your substats, you know, like I said, I run them with Bennett, so I don't really need that much. But you know, if you want to be more, you want a little bit more, that's fine. Energy recharge is never a bad stat. 120, 130. Just if you want to, like, if you can, and maintain like good attack, crit rate, crit damage, and obviously the pyro damage bonus. But main stats, he's a main carry, so you want to, you want that crit damage, you want that crit rate, and then good, maybe like 120, 110, 120 your base attack, something like that, something along those lines. I'm not like a math nerd, but but yeah, crit damage, crit rate, get that. Elemental Mastery, Energy Recharge, whatever you can fit in. But a nice 1 to 2 split on the crit rate and crit damage. Okay, so for Constellation, we all know this whale territory. DILUC hasn't even gotten a rate up banner yet. So, you know, there's some obviously there's some C6 DILUC players out there, but you don't need Constellation. DILUC is ridiculous DPS, even without it. Obviously, he's a lot better, just like any other character with max Constellation, but you know, I only have this one. So I have the DILUC deals 50% more damage to opponents whose HP is above 50%. You know, like a little bit more damage than usual, but I think in terms of fun, his C6 is like when it comes to like more fun to play. You don't need any of this, right? But I think C6 is just cool because like when he does his auto attack and he's weaving from Searing Onslaught, it doesn't reset the normal attack combo, right? So you could do like the first hit and then Searing Onslaught, and then he'll go, instead of doing the first hit of his normal attack combo again, he'll go into the second hit. It won't like reset the count. So I think it's really cool to like play if you have this. But obviously this is for the whaley whale, so whatever. All right, so for the team comps, I like playing. I don't have every character, so obviously I can't like. I can talk about it though. I can give y'all like general ideas. You guys should be able to understand. But this is the team comp I usually use. The DILUC, and sometimes I replace like Sucrose with Mona. Like, you know, it depends on like what I feel like playing. But this is like a general team comp right here. It like maximizes like melt damage, utilizing Kaya as a cryo applicator. The thing is, I think sometimes I use Chongyun, but I think I like Kaya more with DILUC than Chongyun. The thing is, Kaya, he has like a better cryo application than Chongyun does. Chongyun sets the field, and DILUC can't weave his auto attacks into like Searing Onslaught, his E. But the thing is, when DILUC throws his bird, he'll infuse his sword with pyro, right? Which takes over it, like it like takes over the cryo application from Chongyun's field. But the thing is with Kaya can just keep his ult up and then like apply cryo and melts along with DILUC while he's off the field, and DILUC can continue like to attack even with his sword infused. So I like Kaya for cryo application more than Chongyun, but you can still use Chongyun in this slot. And then if you have like another, like you can use what's her name, Rosaria, Ganyu. Those are all really, they all have really good like skills. You can like use them with DILUC as well to apply cryo. But I just like Kaya because he's all I have other than Chongyun. And Sucrose, obviously, she like swirls and has the VV set, Vertebrate Veneer set, so she can like shred, right? Give elemental mastery. So basically more damage for elemental reaction. So that's really good for melts. And then I use Bennett as like a battery for DILUC. So not only am I getting the elemental resonance, fervent flames, right? Also he serves as a battery for DILUC, which is why I don't run so much energy recharge. Because like Bennett's E is constantly like, it has a really low cooldown, and you can constantly like spam it and get red particles for DILUC. So and then he also gives attack buff, obviously, right? So he pops the inspiration field, and then you can do his E and then swap the DILUC, get the orbs, and then switch to Kaya, do whatever. But yeah, really strong comp. I really like it. But yeah, like I said, you could like throw anybody here. You could throw Chongyun there. You could throw Ganyu there. You could do like same thing. Like it doesn't have to be like melt. You could do Vaporize. Like maybe you like Mona, or maybe you want to do Tartaglia. Tartaglia and stuff. Maybe you want to do Overload. Overload is like not that strong late game compared to like Melt and Vaporize, but I really like this card a lot. I really like this card. It does so much damage. Like DILUC just goes ham. He just goes ham with his brother Kaya. Kaya off the screen. He got the cryo orb circling him, and DILUC just going crazy with the melt. It's great. It's great. I love this card.
Teamwork is trim. Don't get frostbite. Decided by destiny. Freeze. Teamwork is dodge this. This moment will be frozen. Let me scrap. Verdict is decided by destiny. Let's light it up! Freeze! I'm going in! Oh, so sorry. Let's light it up! Cool it! Delves into destiny. Let's light it up.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for my boy. Really cool character. I know this was a really fast breakdown. There's a million like DILUC guys out there. I'm sure there's somebody out there real sweaty in the numbers in the Excel spreadsheets, but I love this character, so I was like, why not? I'll throw it up, even though this game been out for a while. But yeah, really cool character. I love his lore. I love his design. Let me not burn the grass and kill myself. I love the way the character looks. I love the way like he plays. I love like I wish I had more constellations for my main, but in time, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 5 years I'll be able to get it. But yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.